The galaxy had forgotten what peace felt like. For over 300 years, two massive powers, the Althean Accord and the Varn Dominion, fought without pause. Planets were burned, fleets shattered, and billions lost. They battled not for land or survival, but for pride. Treaties were signed and broken like clockwork. New weapons were built faster than they could be used. Entire generations grew up knowing only war. No one expected victory anymore. They just wanted to last longer than the enemy. Smaller worlds stayed silent. Some were destroyed just for choosing sides. Then came Earth, late, quiet, watching. Humanity offered no ships, no troops, just one sentence: "We have a better idea." The Council laughed. But Earth wasn't joking, and the war was already counting down to its final moment. When Earth was finally invited to the Galactic Council, expectations were low. "Another body for the trenches," muttered one admiral. Both sides sent offer ships, alliances, territory, hoping to sway the newcomers. Humanity listened, quiet, calm, then answered, "We're not picking a side. We're ending the war." The room went silent. Then came laughter, loud, sarcastic. "You? End a war older than your space program?" The human delegation didn't flinch. "You've tried weapons. We'll try something else." Still, Earth was allowed to act out of curiosity or amusement. No fleets launched. No armies moved. Only a small group of human operatives left quietly, unnoticed. Let them play diplomat. One general chuckled, but Earth wasn't playing. They were already making their move, and no one knew what was coming. No armies marched. No ships entered enemy space. Instead, humans spread whispers through quiet channels. Forgotten satellites lit up across abandoned systems. Outdated cargo drones were reactivated and routed. To outsiders, it looked like nothing, just background noise. But behind that noise was a pattern: old trade deals, obsolete relay codes, forgotten treaties signed and buried in databases. Humans weren't preparing for war. They were connecting dots no one else cared about. One Varn analyst noticed strange code embedded in old Alliance updates. He filed a report. It was ignored. After all, what could humans do with scraps? The 13th Treaty of Neutral Systems had a clause no one had read in 200 years. Earth had, and somewhere in deep space, a countdown began, and only the humans knew it had started. It happened without warning. No ships entered orbit. No weapons fired. Just a flicker. Command centers across both factions dimmed for exactly 3 seconds. Then chaos. Targeting systems went offline. Defense grids froze. Fleet A's crashed mid. Command. No explosions. No casualties. Just silence. And control lost. Officers scrambled, shouting across dead channels. Backup systems refused to start. Codes didn't respond. On every screen, a single line appeared: "Input unauthorized. Refer to Earth protocols." Panic hit like a second wave. This wasn't sabotage. It was something worse. Permission over centuries of war, treaties and software. Updates had handed Earth quiet access to it, all. One signal. One move. The war hadn't been won. It had been turned off. And no one could find the switch except the humans. The fleets didn't fall, they froze. Cruisers hung motionless in orbit. Weapons refused to fire. AI cores blinked warning lights no one had seen before. Command rerouted, awaiting Earth authority. Admirals slammed fists on control panels. Generals screamed into dead coms. But it was already over. Human-coded fail-safes hidden in old updates. Trade firmware, obsolete treaties had quietly spread over decades. Earth didn't hack the war. They owned it. Legally, silently. Each move had been approved, line by line, by people who never read the fine print. Now with one signal, humanity had pulled the plug on a galaxy that never saw it coming. No shots fired. No flags raised. Only one undeniable truth echoed in every system. The war hadn't been ended by force. It had been ended by understanding. The council demanded an explanation. Earth sent one. A single representative walked into the chamber, no guards, no fanfare, no fear. He placed a slim tablet on the table. It displayed thousands of pages, signed treaties, trade contracts, system licenses. Everyone stamped and approved by both factions, lines of code, lines of law, all legal, all binding. Earth hadn't invaded. Galaxy had let them in. The envoy spoke only once. We chose not to take sides, so we took the system. He turned and left. No threats. No demands. Behind him, silence. Across the stars. Systems now recognized Earth as the final authority, because that's what the paperwork said. The council had spent centuries building war. Earth spent decades reading instructions, and they'd followed them perfectly. There were no parades. No victory chants. No surrender signatures. The war didn't end with a bang, it ended with a login. Ships powered down. Armies disbanded. Borders vanished. Not by force, but by administration. Earth didn't rule the galaxy. It simply made the galaxy unfit for war. Control was quiet, invisible, uncheckable. Years later, on a neutral world once scarred by battles, a monument stood. A simple data slate encased in crystal. Its inscription read, "The war ended when someone finally read the manual." And below, in smaller text, "Humanity didn't outgun the galaxy. We out-paperworked it." The galaxy never forgot the fleets, the firepower, or the fury. But they remembered most the day everything stopped, because Earth, the newest player, had made the only move that mattered.